So, if you want to improve, if you want to master some skill, then stop doing drills and instead of this, play more games. What I mean, let me break down and let me explain it too. If you don't know me, my name is Daniel and I am a football development coach, and right now I'm working in the biggest academy in our country. And before we start, I would like to remind you that I have my own course and community that you can get by clicking the link down below in the description. The cost is $47 and it is a one-time payment. So be the first member, because after the first member will join, I will increase the price. So get informations, get education by a football coach. Grab the tea, sit down, and enjoy the video. So, why you should play games like, for example, small side games instead of drills? For this video, let's talk about 1v1s. If you want to master 1v1, if you know if you know the basics, if you have like the good habits, the good details inside of your head, inside of your bones, veins, blood, and etc. If you have this, and if you just need to get experience, to do it faster and etc., then play against someone. Why? Why drills are bad for master something, not learning something. Master. Drills are very good if you want to learn something. Why? Because when you're learning, you cannot just start with some hard thing. Yeah, you need to start with something simple and then increase the difficulty until you will do something hard. It's the same as a language. When you are learning some language, you don't start with with reading the whole book in language that you want to learn. You start with some easy words, some easy sentences, easy rules, and then you increase the difficulty, and then you watch videos, you watch some movies with subtitles, and etc. This is the same as with football. Yeah, in football, you also, as a 6 years old, for example, who don't know, who knows, but who don't master the skill of kicking the ball, he also don't start with one-on-ones and dribbling and like playing the match where he goes against 3 players or 2 players or 1v1. He's firstly master how to kick the ball, how to feel the ball, and then he plays 1v1s and 2 and 1v2 and etc. This is the same as your skill, a skill of 1v1. Firstly, you need to learn how to do this skill. So if you don't know how, if you have bad habits, if you need to reprogram your brain, then you start with drills. You go against cone and you try some new trick. You do it for 30 minutes, for example, until you will get it into your bones and veins, and until you know how to do it. Yeah, you will learn it, and then you need to learn how to use it in the game. So you start to play against some friend. Why? Because when you play against the cone doesn't move. Yeah, you can do some bad move and he will not take a ball from you. But the player that you play against, he will. So it's much harder. So you need to do it more faster. You need to do it in the right way, in the right time, and all of the details. So when you will have like 100, 200, 300 duels, 1v1, and you do the same scale, or same, free scale, yeah, of course, he can, after some time, after 50, like times, he will know that you are doing only these three skills. But when you play against other defenders, other friends, then they don't know it, and then there is a this moment of surprise, yeah, when you do this skill and you go behind him, or you just get into the position where you can shoot. This is how you should train it. If you learn something, if you have it in your head, in your foods, then you need to implement it in the real game. How? As I said before, you need to play against some friends, against someone who will just move. And by training like that, you are not just improving the skill, but in general, you are gaining an experience of playing only once. So if you will do it, if you play it in the tiny space, or on the white side, or in the center area, or again against the small goal, or against a classic goal, big goal, yeah, with the goalkeeper. If you will play in sorry, I forgot the word. In If you in general will play just only once in every of that scenarios, in all of and in a lot of scenarios, then you are improving your one-on-one skills. So where you will be in the match and there will be the exact scenario, then you will know how to behave, what to do, what don't do. And by 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 just playing realistically, you are improving, like, not only this skill, but also how you but also you are gaining an experience. And it like it work with everything, yeah, in football. When you want to learn how to shoot, how to how to I I know, if you learn finishing, yeah, you also don't learn finishing by getting, I know, a pass from your friend who stands next to the goal, yeah, because now let's think about this. Let's say this scenario, yeah, you do the drill where your friend are passing the ball to you, and from the position next to the goal, yeah, 5 meters next to the goal. How many times in the real game, in your life, let's say in your life, you get this kind of pass, yeah? How many times? Maybe once, maybe 5 times in your life. Maybe you are in this kind of position every single game, or maybe you never been in this kind of situation. So when you never been in this kind of situation, then why you're training like that? Just think about this. Why? When you never been in this kind of situation, why you train how to oh, no, let's say it another way. Why you want to master the finishing when you are finishing alone? How many times it happens to in the real life? Sorry, the fuck I'm saying. In the game, yeah. How many times it happens you? Let's say in the last 5 games. How many times? Once, twice, 3 times, or never? Think about this. How many times you actually finish? You actually been in this finishing when you finish, yeah, to the goal without the pressure, without the opponent, without this defender that wants a ball. Honestly, no. Let's don't talk about me. Let's talk about the last three matches that I saw. Yeah, last of that was yesterday in the Champions League. Yeah, in the Champions League final. Sorry, where PSG won 5-0 against Inter. Incredible match. But how how many times in the last three games that I saw that someone finished without without the pressure, without without the defender. Yeah, how many times? Honestly, once or twice in the last three matches that I saw. One of that, or maybe the single one, was yesterday the first goal of PSG where Hakimi scored into the to the free goal once in three matches. So then why you should train when you've been in this kind of position once in few matches? Why you don't train with the defender? And now I'm not talking about like if you want to learn something. We talk about that if you want to learn something, you firstly need to do drills. You firstly need to get it into your bones, veins, blood, head, I know, legs, hands, and etc. Yeah. But when you learn it, when you know how to do it and you do it, then you need to go and play some games, some realistic games where you are under the pressure, when you need to defend the ball, where you need to create that space, to explore that space, to just get into the finishing and finish it right, not to goalkeeper, but next to next to no, sorry, you want to just score a goal and don't shoot a goalkeeper. You need to play just this kind of games, realistic games, because then what will happen, that you will get better and better because of it. Yeah, because you will gain experience of playing it. Thank you very much for your attention. I hope you learned something new. If yes, then please let me know down below in the comments that you learned something new. And plus, please tell me which topic I should discover in my next videos. Thank you very much for your attention. Click the link down below in the description if you want to get education by a football coach. And the most important, enjoy your journey.